Hey everybody, Asher here, and it's time for some Friday free time, where originally it's been kind of a hell of a week this week with work, and I was hoping at some point to squeeze in a recording for some of the pre-release of Lost Ark, but now it's Friday as of the time of this recording. The Lost Ark servers have died before they could even crap themselves with the full release of the game. So we're going to play Vampire Survivors, which is a game that's been on my... I've had this, but I haven't had a chance to play it, so I'm actually going to be starting from the beginning here. This is a game that if you're unfamiliar with it, it is kind of taken the internet by storm. It's available on Steam. It is super cheap. And it's a game that's kind of based off of a mobile game, but pretty much the idea is that you kill the things that are around here, and it looks like I just have auto attacks at this point, which is fine. I thought I'd have activated abilities, but this is what happens when you don't play things before and you're just like, whatever, we're gonna play. It's free time. Like I said, this is a game that I've had my eye on for a while, but work being what it is actually something that I haven't been able to do much of anything that I want, but it's fine. Increase your luck to gain 4 more choices. That's fine. Whip firing projectile for level 2. You know what? Let's do the Santa water instead of holy water here. So we're gonna just go through here, which means that I probably shouldn't be running into the bats. That's usually a bad idea. And it looks like that everything's just gonna be auto firing. So right now we just need to move on and move around. I don't necessarily know what's better, what's worse. There's actually been a few games that I've been wanting to play recently here, like Rogue Towers came out as well. That was a game I was really looking forward to, and it just entered like an early access thing. But that's another one that I haven't had a chance to fire up, but this one's been sitting, waiting a little bit longer, so there's nothing wrong with just running around here seeing how badly I can do here. Now, I need to actually pick up those little blue orbs, and you can see that things are going to get a little bit more terrifying here. I'm just going to hit escape real quick. I don't actually have an options menu, so I don't know for sure if there's something I'm missing in terms of controls. That's embarrassing as hell, but it's fine, because right now we just have bats and now zombies. This is the friendlier, shinier version of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So let's hug some crystals here, like the Light Warriors we are not. Oh, that's right. Another thing I need to do at some point is kind of go over the spring tournament for Final Fantasy 1 randomizers coming up. I don't think I'm going to be participating this year because if I'm already telling you how bad my schedule is, it's going to be getting even worse here in the coming months. But it's fine. Okay, so we're literally just pooping an axe. That's great. So I need to probably work on doubling down abilities instead of just constantly let's see if we can get a good axe hit here. There we go. So yeah, as long as we keep moving, good things happen. Like I said, the goal is to survive. And that's a lot of bats. And that's a lot of health that is now leaving my body. So if I could get some kind of nice wave clear, that would be good. But I guess we're just going to run around here. Raises inflicted damage by 10. Fires at the nearest enemy. Fires quickly in the face direction. Let's just increase our damage. I'm pretty happy with what I got. Except for the whole dying thing. Don't know what that is. Let's find out. I guess it's just more valuable experience. And now we just have bats upon bats that have their own bats. We have little holy water meteors. And it's funny because I have no idea about any of the rules of this game of if I get bonuses for going through a level without taking damage or what. But it's cool. Right now we're mostly just exterminating these wonderful noble creatures. They're like air puppies. And for whatever reason, they're constantly just trying to give us a hug. For all I know, they're fruit bats. King Bibble orbits around the character. I like orbitals. But the whip firing 1 more projectile is probably better. Let's do the orbital anyway. So we'll see how exactly this works, or if I am just doing everything automatically, it's fine. Okay, I was thinking it would be more like a Binding of Isaac orbital that was just constantly there. But still, with the power of reading, we're going from bats to skeletons, and I have a few less qualms murdering skeletons. So that's okay. We're just going to kind of do-si-do through here. Swing your partner around and around. Where they stop, nothing will be found. Fires 1 more projectile. Yeah, Behold, by the power of reading compels you. We get chicken! Because it's like Castlevania. Everybody wants to eat the chicken. We got a treasure chest here. So we gotta go collect the things. Get our Doom Swarm that's moving around here. And hopefully we can turn this around in time to actually get the treasure. So we gotta level up. And we got a treasure chest, and inside that treasure chest is stuff, because it's Vampire Survivor. It's all just money, treasure, everything all the time, and it's another good book. So, the power of reading. This is what happens when we don't get to play Lost Ark today. So level 3, base area, base speed, I like it. I am happy to take a little bit of damage to make that work. As I said, I'm a fan of orbitals. I'm also a fan of ghosts. They like to read too. They have a lot of time in the world here. These skeletons also just got a little bit faster. But one of the nice things about, yeah, let's get some more Santa water in here. I'm not as big on the whip right now because it looks like my strategy is just moving around the map and making the best of it. But one of the things that I've at least seen from other people playing this game is just sort of the ability, you want to get your momentum to eventually, like, you go from having a run that's kind of maybe possibly okay to a run that's actually gonna turn into something. So there's some trees. I was having a few flashbacks to another game that I played where you have to trees that look a lot like that with the undead. Okay, so base damage up by 10. I'm a fan. Sometimes those boring damage abilities are like the best abilities in the game. So it's very exciting. But yeah, let me just go ahead here while we're just having a casual stroll here. Since it's Friday, since it's free time, and I've said, oh, there's a praying mantis, by the way, and we're getting, I guess that's a boss because we're getting surrounded by the gardening here. Yeah, one of the important things here is just that my work has been a bit of a jerk. And I mean, that's to be expected. The way this week has gone is, oh, we'll take the damn whip. The way this week has gone has really been kind of exceptional even for that. And it's one of those things where it's just like, I hear from so many other people, it's like, man, stuff's weird, but for me it's just like, why can't shit just be normal? We got another book upgrade. That's really nice. Good RNG, I just need to not die here. So we need to get some health here, and we need to find an escape path. Yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's a little dicey for me to, like, go into specifics of stuff because sometimes I do actually have more damage by 10, that's fine. There is a lot of stuff that I do as an attorney where stuff is confidential. I mean, some of the court stuff that I do is in public courtrooms, and really, if you ever wanted to, you could go to your own public courthouse and just sit and watch court. I don't necessarily know why you'd want to, but the option's there that you can. You're paying your tax dollars, you can do the thing here. Obviously, you're not going to find triple treasure chests like we found here, but that's the idea, is that you cut. And if you had watched me in court this week, I mean, some of it is juvenile court, and that literally is one. Wow, double whip and another little leaf here. Juvenile court is not open to the public, so that is definitely something you wouldn't be able to see. But we have court. Actually, I got a new achievement this week. It's kind of one that I'm surprised it took me this long because I've been doing my current job, and it's really weird to say it's here, but I've been licensed to practice for over 11 years now. And I actually had another attorney call me a liar in open court. I have never had that happen. If you can imagine, if you've ever met any attorneys, they don't laugh at, like, lawyer jokes or anything. So you know what it means to have somebody say the L word. It's one of the few things I was taught about in practice in law school. You never use the word lie. That Jim Carrey movie apparently really offended people in the practice of law. But the great thing is that I have this special section for my case files in my office, and it is stuff that I will call stuff opposing counsel is going to fuck up. That's the professional language, I guess. And sure enough, what I thought would be screwed up was exactly as it was screwed up for the reason that I thought it would be screwed up. So this is where I give y'all some friendly, if general, advice, and that is to, first off, get the meat bone that's over there and try to avoid getting hit by bats. Always good advice, but also document everything. Definitely want to make sure you have stuff written down, because with COVID, cases have been going on for years, and this is one of the oldest cases that I've had. And I had an agreement with the state to get rid of some charges because essentially one of my clients got charged with drugs that he actually had a prescription for. And truth be told, the officer should have seen, okay, he has a prescription for it, let's drop the charges. Nobody ever dropped the charges. I mailed multiple requests to. It sucks. So what happens when we get into court today is like, well, we're not going to drop the charges. It's like, I still have the prescription right here. It's very exciting. But then I got called a liar because, well, obviously I'm making stuff up when I say that I had an agreement with another attorney. Yeah, but that's where I said before, document everything, it's fun, because then I got to pull back old communication and be like, by the way, here's this. And like I said, I won't go into other details to it, but we're just gonna keep booking it. That's really impressive that we suddenly have knowledge flying everywhere. And we have a clock stoppage as well. That's kind of exciting. But yeah, one of the goals here, at least going forward for next week, where I do have some very serious case stuff, and some of it's going to be pretty terrible. I have some trials coming up that may or may not turn into trials, because with COVID, stuff locally is backed up, and there's a shit ton of murder trials. And although I do a lot of criminal defense work, I do not do murder work. I don't do cases where I'm defending people involving killing, because honestly, that takes a special kind of person with some good circumstances, good office setup, and I kind of have my irons in a lot of different fires legally, and I'd rather refer people to like a specialist or be appointed to an office that specializes in homicide defense cases. Especially where it's more like me, where's my practice taking me? Well, I do a lot more juvenile work than I used to, and that means DSS cases. We'll do armor. That seems like a very solid upgrade. Of course, an upgrade I don't need if I could just get good and not get hit. But we're gonna get hit. It's Vampire Survivor, not Vampire Runner. You have to survive in advance. But yeah, it's just weird in a way. I still remember, and I've probably talked about this on the channel before, is that there are so many people out there that in 2020 were just like, oh my god, this is so great. I have a year off or 6 months off or something. Courts are closed. I can finally catch up on all those things I've always wanted to do, haven't been able to take care of in my adult life. I know literally 7 different attorneys that ended up having COVID babies, which is probably not the best way to put it. Sorry, language, but the offices were closed and everything is like, well, I guess we're going to have another kid. That wasn't me, first off, but also, yeah, what was I doing? Well, juvenile courts were one of the courts that did not shut down during the pandemic. These bats are a lot bigger and a lot scarier and are doing a lot more damage. I should stop joking and start taking this seriously. But yeah, what it boils down to is that while everyone else is like, ha, I'm taking a break, this is fun, I was like, I have to work. Everything is terrible. And it's not just work like, okay, whatever, it's criminal court. It was DSS court. It was literally having to fight the system, to an extent the system, but also just, okay, kids are getting taken away from people because they've done bad, screwed up shit. And some of the fact patterns that I get are absolutely awful. I'm not going to sit there and be like, warm fuzzies, this is great, I love my time off, I'm going to die here. But it's a pretty good first ever run to go 11 minutes in. But yeah, see, we just get the quit button, we're here. We got a new achievement. We got 10 unlocks, which is very exciting. But yeah, it's just one of those things where as time has gone on and people have been exhausted, it's like, oh my god, now the courts are opening up. I can't believe it. This is just so hard. I've actually had a few district attorneys cry at me and be like, especially with people quitting their jobs and just being like, I want to do something else. Yeah, those offices have been slammed lately because the people that stick around are stuck with stuff. But I also have to draw the line in the stand somewhere and be like, you know what? I've given you plenty of heads up about this. I've been having to juggle cases for the years this pandemic has been going on, and I do it myself. I don't have any support staff. I'm a true solo practitioner. So what that means is that I'm responsible for everything. And if I can do it, and you're getting paid with tax dollars, you can do it too. But yeah, look at just all these happy achievements. We got the level 10. This is a much better first run than I expected. It turns out that reading is pretty good if we can get a 58 DPS. Now, there's probably more efficient ways that I could have done this, and survive 10 minutes with any character is pretty good. So we're going to do, if we power up here, what does that mean? We have 200 coinage. I don't know what any of these mean. Probably revival's pretty good. Revives once with 50% health. 10,000. That's a no. Maximum health. Reduce incoming damage 600. 200 for inflicted damage by 5. Maximum 25. So we can do something that costs 300. Use weapons faster. I was like, ooh, that looks good. Character moves 5% faster. Let's do that. Speed and power. That's the Lord Fizzlebeef way. We need to spend coins to unlock. Well, I didn't save 100 coins for Pascalina, so let's do one more run with Imelda, who starts with a torch. Gains 10% more experience every 5 levels. Gains 10% more damage every 10 levels. So we had just gotten to the better experience here. So Imelda, let's do this one more time. And you are shooting little magic bolts of excitement here. So here we go. Let's get all of our crystals this time. Let's be a good vampire survivor and not just leave a bunch of crystals on the floor. And magic wand fires one more projectile is a great. So we're going to try to double down on all this stuff. I don't know if the magic wand's the best thing ever. Like I said, I've watched some people play this. Obviously, Northern Lion is still someone that I've subscribed to for a while, like a lot of people have. But it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, this... Sometimes you have a game like this and it's just simple and it's very, very good. Reduces cooldown by 2 seconds. Or we can see... Let's get the Peachone. I don't know. Ooh! I like that one. And that's like the worst bird poop ever. But man. Oh, and it has like a little circle of death too. So we're going to definitely try to upgrade that. All these fire and forget things are awesome. So we just want to try to get all the crystals we can. What's the glow bat mean? Is it just elite bat squad? Apparently it's a bat that doesn't want to die. Wow, you really don't want to die. So boss bat, here comes everybody else. All my rhythm of keeping all the crystals in front of me is now ruined. And now we just have to play the circle strafe game again and hope for the best. So you've heard Asher's rant on work this week. Work later on is going to be fun too. I'll just give you a quick lowdown, because the thing is that there are some games that I'm really looking forward to that have firm release dates. Like Tunic, which I probably won't play on the channel, but I did free play Friday on before. I like Empty Tome, reducing the cooldown on this, because we have some cooldown based weapons. Tunic that comes out, and then we also have Distant Worlds 2, which I definitely will be covering on the channel. But also I have 2 really big trials 2 weeks in a row and 3 really terrible DSS hearings right around all that time. So if I don't get everything out right away, that's why. Because it's one of those things where 10% luckier. All right, well, thanks, Clover. Because at the end of the day, while this is fun, this is just fun. And sometimes, as tired as I get of it sometimes, you've just got to say, okay, it's not just that my job is my job, but there are people out there, wow, that's like a ton of really terrible damage from that. But there are people counting on me, like these poor bats here today, to do my job well so that they don't actually, like, get stuck in bad circumstances. And I'll be real here. In the criminal defense world, if you're not familiar with this idea already, let me just lay it out for you. I would say about 80% of my clients did something wrong. And there is a chunk of them that are in denial about the fact that they did something wrong. But they did something wrong. I would say there's another chunk of percentage of my clients that they may have done something wrong, but it wasn't illegal, but they still got charged for something else anyway. And then you have some other cases where the facts and circumstances just say, okay, we have to put this before a jury or something, we have to challenge this. But most of what my job is not trying to get people away from having charges or something. Most of my job is actually helping people to try to get through the legal process, because as new technology and everything we move on to, we're still using old antiquated processes that were built and refined 500 plus years ago in a completely different country from where I'm broadcasting from. So as we have a little bird, putting a bird on it around the death circle here, that keeps missing these damn bats, by the way. Yeah, it's one of those things where my priorities are really easy to prioritize. Shields from damage when active. Fire wand. Yeah. Let's get all the wands. No, it looks like that wand is... Okay, yeah, that's good. That's some Soul Blazer style shit right there. I love that. But yeah, I mean, this is... Okay, let me just do a quick update here for people who are somehow joining this video in the middle, like I'm Twitch streaming or something, which I'm not. Lost Ark, y'all may have thought it's like a really weird Diablo-looking style, but actually MMO. But yeah, Lost Ark is a little lower fi than I expected. But this is great because the servers are obviously up and this is fine. And clearly I've chosen a sorceress. That's not true. I'm actually playing as a Soul Fist in Lost Ark, and it was very spammy at first. I got some help from some people I know who'd be like, let's just not turn it into Tales of Berseria. There's our damage finally. Where I'm just hitting the buttons when they light up and just constantly trying to kill things, because it seems like there's kind of a method to the madness. But yeah, the nice thing about Vampire Survivor here is that if in a world where you just have to focus on moving around, that opens up other possibilities for gameplay here. So I've got to collect my treasures here, and I've just got to try my best not to die. And there's another mantis here, so we're about to get surrounded by flowers again. Oh, I like the magic wand upgrade, but we're gonna do the bird. It's not, the bird isn't always working for me, but I think the more we bird, the better it's gonna be. I also need some chicken, like one of my cats, Gus, who's just like, you're making chicken? I'm gonna act really stupid and go for the chicken. Okay, I think we gotta bust out of this garden here. It's not like last time where I super squandered sort of a time stop here. Okay, so now we have a praying mantis. Not P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y, I guess. Because I'm the hunter, I don't know. Alright, magic wand. Candelabra augments area of attacks by 10. Let's do magic wand. I know Candelabra is a new ability. But we actually don't have quite as many sort of pew-pew attacks. I'm gonna see. I'm really liking the fire heavy damage thing. I wonder, is it shooting towards the cursor or is it shooting towards the enemies? Because some of the stuff shoots towards the cursor. It looks like this is not following the cursor at all. Bats! In the name of bats, in the name of wow, I should not have taken damage there. Well, let's see if we can get 10 minutes. So if we just run like hell and try to survive like on the corners of the map, that would be good. Of course, once again, it's hard for me to get experience. There's my chicken, chimkin, as we call it in our house, because cats don't speak good. We know this from the memes. There we go. Come on, this has got to be a level up. Cool. Empty tome, reducing cooldown. I like the extra wanding. The wand of wanding. A fish called wanding. I don't know. I should have not wasted that health item. I don't think it goes away. But reducing the cooldown and increasing projectiles seems like a really strong move. It really does. I actually looked away from the screen, which I don't know why you'd ever do that in Lost Ark. Which this is very much what we're playing right now. Yeah, I'm actually about to get boxed in really hard here. So let's escape. Escape, reposition, reset, I can do with a little bit less experience for now. And we just try to move the death ball to where I can go back and collect all the things. I guess it's one of the okay. First off, everything's a death ball, so that's a plus. I'm not doing myself any favors right now. We're just going to run through some bats. It's going to hurt a lot. There's our mantis buddy again. I guess if we keep hitting these things, I have not gotten as many treasure chests, despite the fact that I'm supposed to be luckier now. What a crock. It's almost like maybe I should try to get something where I can actually kind of manually aim it instead of just relying on the game to pick the targets for me. But this is the build that we've chosen, so this is the build that I'm going with. I like auto-fire stuff kind of as a rule in general, so we'll see how this goes. Would be lovely if I could get this one to get like some knockback or something. That's a lot of bats. And I just did a really terrible double back move. But I'm gonna be very greedy here, and I'm gonna get punished for it really hard. We need more chicken! Because it's Castlevania style. It's all, everything's chicken. We gotta go bird. I bet the bird's doing the most damage for us right now, but if it's not, the thing is, oh god. If it's not doing the most damage for us, the thing is that it's doing a lot of damage, but it doesn't always have a great impact because I can't control where it's firing all the time. So, one more minute of vampiring survival. We have a white bat that's chasing us now. And then we have our big bats coming into play. And we have our mantises saying mantisy things. Still no treasure chest. That's really bizarre. I don't think that's because I switch characters. I think it's because I'm doing a bad job and I keep running away. Like, we are just Ultimate Kiting Simulator 2022. That's for sure. Oh, that's another bit great of advice that I got from somebody recently, which is because it's 2022, we gotta kind of try to work on our lingo here a little bit. So one thing that I've had to deal with at work for quite some time, pretty much as long as I've been working, and that includes, by the way, very timely stopwatch here, and that includes when I was a teacher before doing what I do now. That would be just the fact that I'm hard of hearing, but it's not hard of hearing like what most people are used to. I'm gonna double up on the magic wand. That's a really big praying mantis. I actually have an auditory processing disorder. I may have mentioned it on the channel before. I actually have an autism diagnosis, but it was the 80s when I got the diagnosis. So let's be real, doctors didn't really know or agree on what autism was. They just knew that I was not verbal, and I didn't speak my first language, which was English, until really I was like 6 or 7. Anyway, problem being, as we get more money here, problem being that I'm a professional now, and there are times where I just can't hear stuff, where I can't differentiate between background noise and what else is being said. It also comes up sometimes with other places where my wires get crossed. Probably, there's a treasure chest indicator finally. Maybe it's been there the whole time. But like, one of the most notable things that you get on this channel is all the comments from people like, Asher, are you just trying to be funny? Are you mispronouncing things for fun? And the answer is, I wish. That is a veritable horde of zombies that are going to try to box me in, and they're probably going to do a really good job of it. Yeah, this is probably where this run ends, or at least I'm not getting that treasure box right now unless I can break through. Come on, Blue, you can do it. That's not your name. We gotta channel that Will Ferrell energy. But yeah, what it boils down to. Okay, we're gonna circle back. Let's do more of this. Okay, this is not the right move. But yeah, what it boils down to is that it's like, if I just say I'm hard of hearing now, it doesn't really work very well. So that point I thought is I need to come up with a better way to put it up there, because there are some times where my brain does get crossed. It makes things extra challenging. Find 5 floor chickens. We unlocked garlic. That's exciting. But that's Vampire Survivors. It's a fun game. It's very exciting. If Lost Ark is up, you'll probably get a Lost Ark video here too in the near future. But hey, at least we put that up. So that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher. Just kind of a shorter, fun thing here. Don't mind the black bars. I can't actually get this to go full screen, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's not on fire. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me rant about work. It's all very fun and exciting, but we'll do this again soon. You all take care.